Using the formula sheet to find area or volume, then find the missing. Again, we use the chart. For example, two similar, so right away I'm going to think, use the chart. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and set up my chart. EE a squared v cubed, because I saw the word similar. Two similar cylinders are shown. There they are. The smaller one has a radius of 2 inches, as shown in the picture, and a height of 4 inches. Now that's not shown in the picture, so I'm going to label the picture. 4 for the height and 2 for the radius. The ratio of the lateral area of the small cylinder to the lateral area of the large cylinder is 32 to 50. Because these are areas, I know right away to put this ratio, 32 over 50, in my area column. Continue reading. What is the volume of the large cylinder? Round your answer to the nearest whole number. What do we always do as soon as we have a ratio? Reduce it. So if we need our calculator, we'll type 32 divided by 50 and math frac 16 over 25. What do we always need to start with first? Our EE column. Always get back there first. So from the 16 over 25, the square root is the inverse of squaring, and that gives us 4/5. Now let's look at what we need. What is the volume of the large cylinder? We don't know it, so we're going to call it X. Because we need the volume, we need to get to the volume column. So from 4/5 to get to the volume column, we cube it. 4 cubed makes 64, and 5 cubed makes 125. How would we do that with our calculator? 4 to the third, just like that. So back to our paper. 64 over 125 is the volume ratio. Since we need volume, let's turn this into our proportion. Because we want to know the volume of the large cylinder and the large number is on the bottom, the X will go on the bottom. We need to know the volume of the small cylinder, but they didn't give that to us. That is nowhere in this information. So we need to find the volume of the small one. Looking at our formula sheet, we find the cylinder and see the volume formula, V equals pi r squared h. So back to our problem, we are going to write our formula, V equals pi r squared h, and use our information to find that volume. Radius is 2, and height is 4. 2 squared is 4, and 4 times 4 is 16, so our volume is 16 pi. We're going to leave the pi in so that we have an exact answer. Now, let's go plug this volume into our proportion where we needed it, 16 pi. Now we have a proportion, and we can cross multiply. 64 times x is 64x equals 16 pi times 125. Well, 16 times 125 is 2,000, and I'll write pi. Now we need to get the x by itself. So we divide both sides by 64. And because they said round your answer to the nearest whole number, I'm going to type all of this into my calculator. So when I go to my calculator, let's move this over so we can see what we're doing. I'm going to type 2,000 pi divided by 64. 98.1. The 1 is small enough that the nearest whole number will be 98. So x is approximately 98. And therefore, what is the volume of the large cylinder? 98 inches cubed. Thanks for watching.